Prime Minister Narendra Modi has invited Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose's family to Delhi for a meeting, and this meeting is scheduled to take place on the 17th of May. Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose's family, the kin, the nephews, the great-grandnephews, they all want the Netaji files to be declassified. They say there should be no shroud of secrecy around this, and this meeting is a fallout of India Today's big exclusive, the Nehru snooped expose. Headlines Today's Brijesh Pandey now joins me with the latest on this big story. Brijesh, what more can you tell us?
Well, this particular meeting is sought when the Prime Minister met Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose's kin in Germany. And it was there the Prime Minister decided that he would meet the kith and kin of Netaji's family in Delhi. And the date was decided much later after he had come back to India. So this particular meeting is seen as a very significant meeting in the political circle, because this particular meeting will further embarrass the Congress party, which is being seen as a main villainous party after the India Today expose that Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru had spied on Subhash Chandra Bose. So it will be a pretty politically significant meeting in Delhi when Prime Minister Narendra Modi will meet kin of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Gaurav?
Now they want all the files to be declassified, 150 odd files, because the family is convinced Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was not killed in that air crash. In fact, the kin insists there was no air crash. He survived. The government of India of that time knew, but they did not do anything to bring Netaji back home. What more can you tell us about what the family feels and what they seek? We will try and reestablish that line with Brijesh Pandey in just a moment. But moving on to the other big story that we're tracking here on Headlines Today. Top sources have told Headlines Today Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to visit China between the 14th and 16th of May, and he will visit 3 cities. He will visit Shanghai, he will go to Beijing, and he's also expected to go to the home province of Chinese President Xi Jinping. This is what sources in the Chinese embassy have told Headlines Today's Moshmi Singh. She joins us with more. Moshmi, what more do we know of the Prime Minister's proposed visit to China?
Gaurav, the preliminary information that we are getting, though there are no official confirmations from the MEA right now, but we do know that this is going to be a 3-day visit, a much-awaited, much-hyped visit by the Indian Prime Minister to China. And right after when the President Xi Jinping had visited India, there were a lot of expectations between the bettering of ties between India and China, and the Prime Minister would be visiting Beijing and Shanghai, along with going to the home province of Xi Jinping. But we are still awaiting for more details, as in where he would be actually visiting. Would he be meeting but it is expected that he would be meeting the corporate heads of China. He would be looking at closer trade ties, closer alliance on the front of strategic cooperation, closer cooperation as far as mutual welfare schemes are concerned. So there is a lot of hope. There is a lot of expectations from this visit, which was long awaited by both sides.
In fact, there will also be a Madison Square Garden repeat in Shanghai. We are told there are more than 10,000 Indians living in Hong Kong, in China, and many are expected to get there. And there are several students, including medical students, who will be getting to Shanghai for the Prime Minister's address. And that will be a big show of strength as far as India-China relationship is also concerned, Moshmi.
That's right. That is typical to the style of the Indian Prime Minister. Wherever he has been till now, he has had a Madison Square type of an event where he's got a lot of interaction with the Indian community there, getting a lot of response, overwhelming response, in fact, the latest being in Canada. So we would expect that there would certainly be a big, huge public event where the Prime Minister would be having a direct heart-to-heart chat with the Indian community and Indian diaspora in China. And so this visit is being looked by the Indian side also with a lot of anticipation, because this is actually his first visit to that side, and there will be a lot of hope in terms of trade ties, in terms of getting some financial cooperation from China.
First visit as Prime Minister. As Chief Minister of Gujarat, the Prime Minister has visited China several times and is seen as someone who perhaps can bring about that big change as far as India-China relations are concerned. Maushmi Singh, for the moment, many thanks for joining me. And news just coming in, the Congress Party Vice President Rahul Gandhi has been briefed by the party President Sonia Gandhi before his much anticipated speech in Lok Sabha that's expected around 4 today. Rahul Gandhi is expected to speak on the farmers' issues and the distress that the farmers are facing at this point of time and the Congress's anti-land bill stance. He's likely to speak around 4. Sources in the Congress party have told headlines today Sonia Gandhi has given some tips to Rahul Gandhi. She's also given some clippings on the agrarian situation in the country to Rahul Gandhi. The two addressed a massive farmers' rally at the Ramlila Maidan in Delhi yesterday. Headlines today is Ashar Ahmed Khan joins us with the latest. Ashar, this is a new energized Rahul Gandhi post the 56-day sabbatical. We saw Ramlila Maidan yesterday. What's likely to be different today, Ashar?
Well, this is in fact perhaps the first time in this session and in last session and even before that Rahul Gandhi will be making an intervention in Parliament. The last time in this Lok Sabha we saw Rahul Gandhi active was when the Congress party wanted a discussion on the communal communal situation prevailing in the country. In fact, there also he did not speak, but he was there. He came to the well of the house. And this time round, what we expect is that Rahul will be making an intervention on the issue of agrarian crisis, which is plaguing the country. What the Congress president has done is that she's also sought support from other party members who would be there, in the sense that Mulayam Singh Yadav, the chief of the Samajwadi Party, will also be there, and others will also be there when Rahul Gandhi would be speaking. Definitely, Rahul Gandhi came alone to Parliament, but he went back with his mother.
He went back with his mother. The certain clippings were given to him. There was a briefing that was done. And the way things are appearing, Ashar, Rahul Gandhi will be the face of this anti-land bill movement. And the Janta Parivar, the left, they all come together with the Congress on this, is it?
Well, Gaurav, we've seen that whether people like it or not, the face of this movement is and will be the Congress President Sonia Gandhi, because she was the one who galvanized the entire opposition. She is the one who's been visiting farmers. She is the one who led that march of the entire opposition, including now the Janta Parivar and also the left party. So though Rahul will be playing an active role, but deep down, even the Congress knows, even everybody knows, when it comes to speaking to elders of other parties, the kind of respect and the kind of confidence which Sonia Gandhi, the Congress President, enjoys is nowhere close to what the Vice President does.
Ashar Ahmed Khan, for the moment, many thanks for joining me. Keep tracking that story. I will come back to you for more.